If you're teaching on campus, you can use your iPad in your classes along with the classroom computer. I'll show you how to get ready, along with a few possible scenarios for presenting using your iPad. Just like when you're presenting using your own computer, you'll need to get the iPad ready. This includes charging the battery, updating the Zoom and Notability apps, signing into Zoom, connecting to Wi-Fi, and testing your connection speed. If you need more information about these steps, take a look at the Getting Ready video linked here and in the description. Open Notability and either load your presentation or start a new blank one, depending on how you plan to use the iPad. One quick note, I'm using Notability for the whiteboarding on my iPad. It's not the only app that can be used for this, but it's the one that seems easiest to use. I described some of its limitations in that other video, but I still recommend it. Turn on or wake up the classroom computer. Open any documents, presentations, etc. that you want to show on the screen in the room or share in Zoom from the computer. If you're not sure how to do this on the classroom computer, please refer to the Setting Up Your Zoom Lecture video, which also covers the next step in more depth. On the computer, open Zoom from the Start menu and click on Sign In. Don't enter your email and password here. Instead, click on Sign In with SSO. In the next box, enter CWRU as your company domain and click Continue. Zoom will open a browser window and bring you to the familiar blue single sign-on screen. Enter your CWRU ID and password to sign in. If you already signed in to use your email or Google Drive in that browser, you might not have to do this a second time. In the box that pops up, click on Open Zoom Meetings. You're now signed in on the Zoom desktop application. When you're ready to start your class, launch the Zoom meeting however you normally would. From a link on Canvas, from your calendar, or from the Zoom desktop application, for example. Start recording to the cloud in Zoom. Remember, you can trim parts of the video if necessary later in Echo 360. If you have students in the room, make sure that the projector is on. Once the meeting is started, open Zoom on the iPad and join the meeting from there as well. You'll actually hit Start to do this. Remember to select Cancel on the audio selection prompt in order to prevent echo and feedback. If your presentation is large, or if you'll be frequently switching between a PowerPoint, videos, and websites, etc., you'll want to present everything from the computer without loading your presentation onto the iPad. In this scenario, we'll use the iPad exactly as you would and instead of the classroom whiteboard. This method will require some switching back and forth, but will allow students attending remotely and in person to view your presentation. With your materials ready, click on Share Screen in Zoom. Then double-click on the first option, Screen. Zoom will record video from this screen as well as audio from the classroom microphones. Present your content, making sure to stay in range of the microphone. When it's time to use the iPad for whiteboarding, open Zoom on the iPad. You should still be in the meeting and your screen will display the desktop from the classroom computer. Tap Share Content, then Screen. Make sure that the microphone is off and that Zoom is selected. Then tap Start Broadcast. After a short countdown, a box will pop up asking if you want to stop the other's screen sharing. This is what we meant to do, so tap Yes. Press the Home button, then tap on Notability, Tap the pencil and paper icon, which opens a new blank note. You're ready to write on the digital whiteboard. On the computer, make sure that you see the screen from the iPad and maximize the zoom window or enter full screen to put it on the projector for any students in the room. If you reach the end of a page while writing in Notability, it will automatically create another page. Just scroll down. You can return to your presentation on the classroom computer when you're done using the iPad. To do this, go to Zoom on the computer and click on Share Screen. Just like it did a minute ago on the iPad, a box will pop up asking if you want to stop others' screen sharing. Click Yes. Then select Screen again and double-click or click Share. And return to presenting from the computer. On the iPad, you can return to Zoom to verify that students will see the contents of the computer screen again. Remember that the computer microphone is how your remote students will hear you, so don't wander too far. You can repeat this process as many times as you need during class. When you're done with class, end the Zoom meeting on the computer. This will also end the recording. You'll get an email from Zoom when the video is done processing and ready for viewing. Obviously, this last method required a lot of switching back and forth. Sometimes, due to the nature of the material, this might not be avoidable. However, we can load PDFs and PowerPoints into Notability and present for the entire class from the iPad. This will also allow you to annotate directly on your presentation. I'm not going to cover loading your presentation into Notability, since I show you how to do that in the other Getting Ready video. For the purposes of this video, we'll say that we already did that part. Let's say that we also already started the Zoom meeting from the classroom computer, started the cloud recording, and joined from the iPad. The only thing we have to do now is share the screen from the iPad. In Zoom, tap Share Content, then Screen. Make sure that the microphone is off, then tap Start Broadcast. After a short countdown, your screen share will begin. Press the Home button, then open Notability, open the presentation, and start presenting. You can use the Notability tools to write on your slides, and create a new page between slides if you need more room. If you have students in the classroom, make sure that the classroom's computer is showing the screen from the iPad on the projector. When you're done, go back to Zoom and tap Stop Share at the top. At the end of class, end the Zoom meeting from the computer. This will also end the recording. You'll get an email from Zoom when the video is done processing and ready for viewing. If you saw the last set of instructions and wondered why you need to use the computer at all, the best answer is simply audio. The classroom computers are better equipped to pick up audio in the classroom. This is also why you might not use your own computer in the classroom. Zoom is also a little easier to run from a classroom computer, and if the classroom is set up for video, you'll need the classroom computer in order for your students to see you. Also, students in the classroom wouldn't be able to see your presentation if you're only using the iPad. Could you present your class entirely from the iPad? Yes, in a pinch it might be very useful to do it this way. Should you do it though? Probably not. The classroom tech helps create a more complete experience for your students, both in person and remote. After class, make sure to delete any files that you saved to the classroom computer and log out of Chrome where you used single sign-on and Zoom. Sorry for the abrupt ending. I didn't want to be late for iPad drop-in hours. Make sure to try a few different configurations for presenting, annotating, and screen sharing. See what combination works for you. Remember, this is a new way of teaching for everyone. No one will be expecting you to be perfect, especially during the first week of classes.
Oh well. Nobody's perfect, right?